The people here were very, very encouraging. They never stopped me from anything, and I wanted to be different. And that is when I opened my NGO. I can very much say that I am a multifaceted. Fun, doing interiors, I love fashion. Just never give up on life. Every lady, every individual should be financially independent. So with that comes a lot of confidence.
A visionary entrepreneur. Meet Kanika Jain, who has not only built a successful business empire but has also become a beacon of inspiration for women across the state. From her humble beginnings from a small town to her current position as a leading figure in the iron and steel industry, she has consistently defied expectations and broken barriers. With a passion for empowering others, she has created numerous opportunities for women to thrive in the workplace. Her journey started with fashion line, doing exports, to starting an NGO for cancer patients, or if I say initiating business out of homemade masalas and running business with her husband and son too. You name it and she's still doing it all. She's an inspiration for all the age. Welcome Kanika Jain, auntie.
You can call me Kanika Jain. Kanika. You can call me by my first name.
Okay, could you please tell me a bit about your background and how you actually started your entrepreneurial journey?
Actually, when I got married, I was too young. I was just 19 years old, and then I came to a very small town from Delhi. I loved the warmth of this town, and the people here were very, very encouraging. And my bhabhi, I was in a joint family, but they never stopped me from anything, and I wanted to be different. That was my motto or my mantra for my life, that I wanted to do something different, and I just did not want to lead my life only as a housewife and just bring up children, though that was a very important part of my life. I loved it, but after some time when I grew up, I wanted to do something different, and that is how I got into fashion. I opened a boutique, and which was kind of very different for the people of Bhilai, and it was hard. It was very, very difficult to get the whole thing together, but I took it as a challenge, and when I was successful in that, then I thought that we must give back to society, and that is when I opened my NGO, and we started working for cancer. It is been now 25 years since I did that, and it has given me a lot of satisfaction. So I can very much say that I am a multifaceted. I have a lot of fun doing interiors. I love doing up a house. I love fashion, and I want to give back to society, and yet I want to be an entrepreneur also. So my journey into fashion and boutique was, I would say, it has taught me a lot, and I learned how to deal with people, how to convince them, and how to take criticism as well. But it was a very, very fun journey.
So when you were doing so many activities, what were if I'll ask you, what were some of the unique challenges you actually faced in this town, I would say?
The most unique challenge while doing my boutique work was getting the workforce together. And there was nobody here. I used to get people from Calcutta. My karigars were all from Calcutta. And then, जो यहाँ के tailors थे, they were so novice. They did not know anything. They were just ordinary tailors. So उनको सिखाना, उनको finishing सिखाना, that was my biggest challenge.
When you started off with this business, how did you go about empowering other women through your business?
I can say that maybe I was inspirational to the younger lot. All the people who worked for me, they learned a lot from me, and they come back to me today and they say that yes, our journey into entrepreneurship started after looking at you. So I think that way I have empowered a lot.
So how did this Sankalp Masala came into picture after fashion?
I know it is a complete U-turn. Actually, it happened during COVID.
Okay.
We were all idle. We were all sitting at home, and I was getting very impatient sitting at home. So I said, kuch to karna hai, we have to do something. And by that time, my fashion thing had closed down because I had done enough and my daughter had got married. So मैंने अपना boutique बंद कर दिया था. तो उसके बाद I was quite free, and then I wanted to help a lot of people because all ये buys and the staff of your house, they were all idle. उन लोगों को मतलब मेरे को लगा कि उन लोगों को बहुत ज़रूरत है. They wanted direction and they wanted to earn. So that is how the Sankalp Shakti Masala came. Even that is an NGO. We are totally a non-profit organization. Whatever proceeds come, we're back to the
in your under umbrella, I know you've done fashion, you've done this masala, there's NGOs with you working with cancer patients, and then came like you started helping your husband and son to for business in iron and steel.
Yes.
So how did that happen, and how is it that going?
That credit goes to my husband because he said, "Kahan you are spending your time in all your important time in masalas." He said, "Why did you come to the factory?" So I was very skeptical, but I said, "Yes, why not? I'll get to learn something more."
You've always liked challenges.
Yeah,
I guess.
always. I have
Challenge yourself always.
I have this kira in me to learn. Every day should be a learning experience.
Right.
I was also say I went to the factory and I'm enjoying it. I'm really liking it. In fact, I wonder why did I come earlier?
Right.
Because I'm learning so much, handling so many people, and all the nuances of business I'm learning now. I wish I'd done it earlier.
So then, how do you maintain a work-life balance now? If I ask you that, with your multiple businesses and actually the family responsibilities, how do you handle those?
Now I'm like home is children are all my daughter is in Dubai, my son is in Delhi. So that way the home is balanced, and there is not so much to worry about. Once everything is set, so I can give a lot of time to the business. But I make sure that I come home at about 3:30. So that I have time for myself, to learn, to read, to socialize, because I just love my friends. I want to be with them also. So that is how I pass my time.
So what advice would you like to give to the aspiring entrepreneurs now?
The biggest advice I would like to give is never give up on life, and every day is a learning experience, and every lady, every individual should be financially independent. So with that comes a lot of confidence. You get a lot of confidence once you're financially independent, and you must work at it from your younger days. It doesn't come in a day. It takes a long time to learn and to invest and to learn. So it has to start early. You must start early.
So you pointed out that everybody should be financially independent. So definitely people, women who are starting up, like, the most of the time they generally lack is like, funding or the investments, how to start a business. Every woman who wants to start a business, the aspiring ones, they generally fall in this trap that, how will I going to do it? So what advice would you tell them to how to save or invest? Or are you also doing any kind of investment such, or you've been doing it where these people should start young?
Yes, I feel I did. Again, I'm repeating myself that I had this kira for learning. So I found the stock market so intriguing and something which I just would not understand. So I said, "नहीं, जब तक I will not, मैं इसमें घुसूंगी नहीं, तब तक मैं नहीं सीखूंगी." So I entered the stock market, and I felt it was a wonderful place, and every individual, every housewife sitting at home can get into this just with a little bit of reading and a knowledge, little bit of finance, not much, but you learn as you grow.
Right.
You can learn as you grow. So that is a very good tool for every housewife. And then what advice I would give is that whatever field is your passion, you should get into that. And you first learn about it. You read about it. पूरी knowledge आप में होनी चाहिए. Then only you venture into
With
it.
full zeal.
With full zeal. And moreover, see the finance bit, maybe your husband helps you out or you have your own money. But nowadays bank loans are so easy to get. You have to start small somewhere.
Right.
So bank loans are very easy to get nowadays, and government is helping you out. Only you have to have passion and hard work.
Hard work.
That's all there is to it.
What has been your biggest learning in this whole entrepreneurial journey of yours?
My biggest learning is I have learned a lot, and I wish I could share it with a lot of people. That is my biggest learning of becoming financially independent.
What inspired you the most?
When I was in college, I was very inspired by their hostesses. I used to love their walk and this way they dress, and that used to inspire me a lot, and I always wanted to be a businessman. Always, right from my teenage years.
What motivated you? What is your motivational mantra if I ask you that, every day to get up and get going? Yes, this is my motivational mantra.
Like I want to achieve. Every day has to be There has to be something that I achieve. That is my motivation.
So take baby steps, but still achieve something in life and
Yeah,
do
yes.
something. Great. How are you empowering people around you?
See, I have a trust which is called Divya Jyoti after my father-in-law, and in that we are empowering people. We train. We if they are financially not from the weaker section, so we even provide them financial assistance, like helping them with their fees
Right.
or helping them travel. And I take care of a lot of sick people, जिन लोगों को बिल्कुल पैसा नहीं है, cancer patients हैं. So my Divya Jyoti Trust takes care of all that. And the main thing I do is, like, I feel that we must, at this age, we must have a higher purpose. We must not only think about yourself, but always think about others. And selfless. It has to be selfless. There has to be no motive attached to it. So that is taken care of by my Divya Jyoti Foundation, and we are helping a lot of people.
So looking back at your career, like what are you the most proud of, and what are your goals for the future right now also?
So now I think I've peaked. I don't think of the future anymore, but I'm most proud of my journey with my husband in my business.
Great. And what if a 17-year-old, a teenage Kanika Jain would have done, or a 25-year-old, or in her 30s or in her 40s would have done differently?
Differently, I would have studied more. I wish I had some, I'm only a graduate, so I would have loved to be an MBA, or would have studied more.
Studied.
That is what I feel I lack a little.
Thank you.